one of my first job, I guess it was technically an internship, but it was at the Justice Department, and it was right around the time that Edward Snowden's revelations came out. And I remember going to coffee with like an attorney who was maybe the number 3 or number 4 at the Justice Department at that time, and he took the very hardline stance of like, you don't know how much bad there is out there that does need to be tracked. I've now since very much swung the other way in my thinking of just being concerned about like the vast level of surveillance and how that data is being fueled to track us and try to attempt to map the world in the future, as we just talked about. But for the people who like genuinely think that there are some ways in which it could help us be more secure, what would you say?
You know, the story of Edward Snowden is extremely relevant.
Yeah.
To this day, not only because we're kind of building the world that he tried to help us avoid, but in my opinion also because he's still, you know, an exile. Mm-hmm. And I read recently Henry David Thoreau's essay on civil disobedience mm-hmm. and the importance of having people act on their belief of what is right mm-hmm. and what civil rights should be, especially when government starts infringing upon our civil rights and our basic freedoms. And I think Snowden is exactly that kind of individual who took that stance. And the fact that we're still punishing individuals that are speaking against the exploitation of people's data mm-hmm. and the violation of their civil rights is sort of an indication that these technologies are winning, right, mm-hmm. in our lives. Snowden revealed the level that paranoia has, you know, permeated our society. Mm-hmm. Everyone is sort of constantly performing and spying on each other through social media. It's kind of become part of our fabric, social fabric. And it has also shaped not only our systems and the architecture of those systems, but eventually our behavior. Yeah. And now everybody kind of self-polices, in my opinion. You know, their beliefs, who they assemble with. When I joined Palantir, I was not sufficiently literate about these subjects. But I think if I had been, you know, my decision to work there would have been very different. Yeah. And I think that is part of the larger awareness that people need to also participate in, including people at Palantir.